De l'île Palmetto ou Latanier au canal d'Elcombre à la prairie acadienne, l'avocat Bernard Douan sert le peuple l'acadien depuis 45 ans. Pour la planification successorale, les affaires ou les blessures corporelles, apprenez plus à bernarddouan.com.
On est où? Alaska? Les États-Unis? Dans les montagnes? Non. On est dans la grande ville de Scott, Louisiane. Ce soir, sur la Veillée, pour parler de toutes les choses, viande et boudin. Notre histoire, notre langage, notre peuple.
Bonsoir, vous autres. Bienvenue à La Veillée, l'émission hebdomadaire en français louisianais présentée par Louisiana Public Broadcasting et Télé-Louisiane. Mon nom, c'est Drake Leblanc. Le printemps en Louisiane, ça veut dire une chose, c'est la saison des festivals. La musique joue fort, il fait chaud et le monde a faim. Au cœur de tout ça, une saucisse humble qui est devenue la reine des festivals, le boudin. Un mélange de tradition et d'innovation. C'est un plat qui parle de qui on est, du riz, de la viande, des épices et des lames. Tout ça dans un boyau. Cette semaine, on se rend à Scott, capitale mondiale de boudin, pour découvrir ce qui rend ce plat si emblématique de notre culture. Le Best-Stop, propriété de la famille Cormier, vend du boudin depuis 1986 dans la capitale mondiale du boudin, Scott, en Louisiane. C'est ici que nous rencontrons deux jeunes Cajuns qui partagent le même nom de famille et le même métier, mais qui, à leur connaissance, ne sont pas étroitement liés.
My name is Cade Cormier. I'm the son of Damon Cormier, one of the owners.
My name is Cecil Cormier, and I am the store manager of the Best Stop in Scott.
Le boudin a joué un rôle essentiel dans leur vie depuis leur plus jeune âge.
So, my first memory would be at this store, but it wasn't eating it. If you walk into the store and look to your right, you see this white fence, and that used to be where they would pack the boudin at. And so I'd go back there with a lady named Miss Sandra, and I'd sit back there with her for hours and just tear white butcher paper and just wrap boudin for hours. And my grandpa would pay me $20, and then I'd come back in a few weeks and do it again.
My first memory was whenever I was younger, coming with my parents to drop off my brother over here while he come to work, and I would get like a link of boudin as a breakfast.
Le boudin au petit déjeuner peut sembler audacieux pour certains, mais pour un natif du sud-ouest de la Louisiane, c'est presque une habitude. Tout comme il est typique que les familles perpétuent des valeurs traditionnelles et transmettent leur entreprise sur plusieurs générations, tout en s'adaptant aux évolutions de leur secteur d'activité. Le père de Cade, Damon, a fait le choix audacieux d'un changement de carrière majeur, ce qui l'a conduit à poursuivre l'héritage de son père aux côtés de ses sœurs.
So I've been here all my life. My grandpa started the store, and then my dad, he was a mortician for the first part of my life. He decided he's gonna come work for the family, and watching him go through it all really inspired me, because he put in so much work and effort for it that I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot too. We really put our faith into this business, and I'm here to stand for that.
Les Louisianais connaissent la fierté, les Cajuns connaissent la fierté, et ils sont particulièrement fiers de la popularité et de l'unicité du boudin. Mais parfois, cette particularité du boudin s'accompagne aussi de défis bien particuliers.
It's a unique cuisine that people have. You could go anywhere in the world, have different cuisines from different countries, but as far as Louisiana, that's our cuisine, is boudin.
There's a lot of people that have different names for different things. Like some of the younger kids that come work, if an older gentleman walks up to them and asks for gratons, and they just get big-eyed and start looking around like, what do I say to him? And I was like, I got y'all. He's talking about crackers. It's the French word for it. And then you get the people from out of state that can't say some of the words like chaudin.
Chaudin is a pig stomach, and it's stuffed with seasoned ground pork. I would describe what a chaudin is and how we stuff it and what it's stuffed with. and they just look at me and want to start puking.
Ne soyez pas dégoûtés. Il y a une vraie beauté dans l'utilisation des parties impatuelles du cochon pour fabriquer le boudin. Ce sont ces morceaux, souvent rejetés par les classes sociales les plus aisées, qui ont été récupérés par les esclaves, les métiers et les pauvres familles cajuns. Ils ont appris à tirer le meilleur parti de chaque centimètre de l'animal pour éviter la famine. Une recette née de la lutte est aujourd'hui devenue un mets délicat et une véritable icône de la riche histoire de la Louisiane. Et la famille de Cade est un bel exemple de ce qui signifie bâtir sur cet héritage génération après génération.
This building, the main store, has been around for years and years. My mom's mom and dad, my grandparents, they actually got married in this building when it was a bar. And then after that happened, it turned into a gas station, and that's when my grandpa and his cousin had bought it. And so this building has really been a part of my family for years and years. Having that to relate to of it just still standing for so long is just, it's crazy to me.
Du best-up au festival annuel de Boudin de Scott, cette spécialité louisianaise rassemble des gens du monde entier de bien des façons. Et peu importe d'où vous venez, mangez un morceau de boudin et vous vous sentirez comme chez vous autres.
Like Mr. Damon said, is keeping it, making everybody feel like they're family, whether they're family or not. You know, you come over here, we're gonna treat you like family. It may be a while since you've seen them, but they're like family.
Bonjour tout le monde, mon nom c'est Drake LeBlanc. We're here in the big old town of Scott, Louisiana with Mr. Damon Cormier. How's it going, man?
Great, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming and taking time out of your very busy day.
Thank you.
Can you tell people that don't know, who are you? They see the shirt and the hat, right?
Yeah.
Who are you? What do you do? How do we get here today?
Well, my name is, again, Damon Cormier. I'm the youngest child of Robert and Brunella Cormier. Robert opened the Best Stop in 1986 with his cousin Lawrence Menard, and they were both down on their luck, and they met each other, just so happened in the parking lot, and they decided they're gonna open this store. And they had a lady, Miss Jerry Hovada, who knew how to make boudin, and our cousin Lawrence made a boudin, so together they just came together and came up with the Best Stop recipe. And it just started growing. I think when they first started, they were probably making 100 pounds a week. And now we sell 10 to 15,000 pounds a week.
Did your parents speak French growing up?
Yes, my dad and mom both spoke French growing up. My dad he loves speaking French. He's limited on who he can speak to because, of course, we don't speak French, but he really enjoys that. He probably speaks better French than English. And I'm still working on English, so. But anyway, yeah, the story he tells, they were punished in school for speaking French. So he didn't want to teach us because they were punished. They wanted them to speak English. And every now and then, I guess he made a small attempt at teaching us French, some words, but it's very limited.
Do you feel like, your dad's still speaking French today? Do you feel like that's a way of him preserving and protecting his culture and y'all's family tradition?
Oh, definitely. He loves the tradition, the Cajun, Creole traditions. And yes, he definitely enjoys speaking French. His mom passed away a few months ago, and that's who he would speak French the most with. And you could their eyes would light up when they could speak French to each other,
So speaking of tradition and, language being one of them, what are some of the traditions that the Best Stop has kept over the years, even, going from your father's ownership or leadership to yours and your sisters? What are some things that y'all have been adamant about keeping?
Of course, our boudin tradition is, Daddy talks about boucheries that they had years ago and how the extra meat was made into boudin, and we tried to keep that same consistent, the same quality of boudin day in and day out.
There's some kid that's down on his luck right now. He's kicking over the little crawfish mounds and trying to figure out what he's gonna do 20 years from down the road. He may be thinking about opening up a little, neighborhood market. What's your advice to him?
Have a vision and strive for that vision, and it's not gonna be easy. You have to get up every day and do it whether you want to or not. I tell some of my kids that work for us, if you get up and do only what you feel like doing every day, it's not gonna work out for you. You don't feel like going to work, you have to go. If you feel a little sick, go anyway. This story here at the best stop is prime example of that with my dad and our cousin, who neither one of them had any money. They were both almost broke, and people trusted them and filled their shelves up with groceries and meat and said, pay us when you can. And they said they never missed a payment. It just kept growing. But a lot of hard work. People think it's easy, but it's not easy, in any profession.
What role do you feel like you have Boudin competitors in other markets, right? I mean, probably friends too, a lot of these, y'all are all down the street from each other.
Yeah.
What role do you feel like y'all play collectively into the preservation of Louisiana culture and tradition?
Mm-hmm. Well, we keep the Cajun food culture alive. We try to keep it the traditional way. Of course, you have to evolve with some things. There's some things that maybe are not traditional, but we try to keep those core items, food items, tradition, keep them going. And just that Southern hospitality, that Cajun Creole hospitality, that everybody's family, and just come visit.
Well, look, man, thank you again for taking the time out today. We know you're very busy, getting Boudin across the world, not only across Acadiana, but across the world. So hopefully people get to see this episode and get to stop by one of the stores and get that real authentic taste of Cajun and Creole, like local cuisine. So we appreciate everything that y'all do, man.
Thanks for coming.
Qu'il soit cuit à la vapeur, fumé ou frit, le Boudin raconte une histoire à chaque bouchée et on est fiers d'en faire partie. Pour revoir cet épisode et les autres, visitez lpb.org/laveillée pour les sous-titres en anglais ou telelouisiane.com/laveillée pour les sous-titres en français. De tous nous autres, ici à LPB et Télé-Louisiane, soigne-toi et à la prochaine.
De l'île Palmetto ou Latanier au canal del Combre à la prairie acadienne, l'avocat Bernard Douan sert le peuple l'acadien depuis 45 ans. Pour la planification successorale, les affaires ou les blessures corporelles, apprenez plus à bernarddouan.com.